Today I'm going to be telling you how I turned $50 into $15,000 into, let me just give you a quick backstory, right? So a few years ago, I used to work at Amazon. And it was kind of crazy because, during that time, it was around 2020, and that's when COVID came out. And when COVID came out, like, a lot of jobs were putting people down because of COVID. People were not really working a lot. So what happened was I started finding a way, what am I going to do? What am I going to do to get money? I have to pay bills. I have to do what I can do, right? So it was kind of hard for me. But listen, what happened was I figured a way out, right? A friend of mine told me about crypto. Hey man, crypto is booming right now. Get into crypto. So after I get into crypto, but listen, the first time that I ever tried getting into crypto, I literally lost all my money. And I was like, oh my goodness, is this how it is? Really? And then I just felt reluctant. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And then one time I was sitting there, I'm like, I'm not doing nothing right now. And then I just went on YouTube. Guess what I saw? I saw somebody was talking about option trading, how they made a lot of money from trading option, and they make this money every day. I'm saying that every day. So I was kind of like, okay, cool. How can I start? Good thing about it, I figure out you can just start with as little as even $20, even $10. You can start trading with $10. So what I did was I followed the process, created an account on Robinhood, deposited $50. So when I deposited the $50 into that account, now I started moving forward. So the next thing that I did was started figuring out what can I do on this app, how can I trade. So I deposited this money into this account, and it started working out for me, right? And I took my first trade. That was S&P 500. So when I started trading S&P 500, I bought the first 2 contracts, and that was around 0 point something per contract. So I got 2 contracts, and then when I got into the contract, I went for call. So that was call. That was the first thing, because I already watched the video, so I knew what was call. I knew what was sport. So when I went for my call, it went in my favor. I made $250 just from that trade. For $250, I kept climbing up, kept going, $1,000. And then once I hit 1,000 and change in the first week, once I hit 1,000 change in the first week, I started purchasing used contracts. And then I went by purchasing 10 contracts, 12 contracts. And then before the 2 weeks, I was already 10 grand. I'm telling you, 10 grand. And it was crazy because I kept winning. But I would say this to you, a lot of times when we're trying to trade, we usually gamble, because once you're new to trading, you don't really understand the dynamics, how things work. You're going to be gambling your money. So I was kind of gambling my money, right? So I hit the first 10 bands. When I hit the 10 bands, I'm like, oh my goodness, this seems like something great that could work to change my life. So the next thing I did was the 10 bands, I bought 100 contracts on display. When I bought the 100 contracts on display, boom, on the Friday, because I was doing swing, I was doing swing, and I was doing 0 day to expiration, right? We call it 0 ODTE, right? 0 day to expiration. So it started working out. And then the next thing on a Friday, when I saw my account, it was actually up $16,000. But what happened was I was it could go more, I could get more. And that's what usually happens to a lot of traders, because they're so greedy, they don't know their stop loss, they don't know what to stop, and they keep going and hoping that it's gonna get a lot. So that was how it was 16, and I kept sitting. And then when I realized it came down to 15,000 change, and that's when I sold, and then I took the profit. When I took the profit, I was like, you know what? I am not doing nothing but rather to trade. I'm gonna put my whole mind to trading. I'm gonna focus on trading and make this my best friend. So what I started doing, I started practicing. I started reading charts. I started reading books, going to the library, doing a couple of research to be better. So that's how I kept getting better, understanding the charts, understanding what is trend lines, understanding what is uptrend, understanding what is downtrend, understanding what is volume, understanding the EMAs, understanding the SMAs and everything, understanding the VWAP and everything. So with that, I started being better. I would tell you this, if you want to be better at this thing, if you want to make a lot of money, you have to put in time. That's how you get better. So that was how everything changed, and I became better. So guys, that's my little story. You can subscribe to this video because I got a lot of video coming up. Thanks for watching.